Alright, so the next part of the lesson, we are going to find the coordinates of the vertices formed by each of these system of inequalities. So for this one, since we are graphing and we also are trying to find intersections, we want to make sure that we're using nice graph paper. Okay, so that should help us make it easier. Now before we start, we do want all of our equations to be in slope-intercept form. So looking at number 6, that means that I'm going to want to start by solving that for y. So that means that we're going to have to divide everything by 4 to begin with. So this equation, we are really looking at y greater than or equal to negative 15 over 4x minus 8. Alright, so now we can start graphing. So I'm going to make my graph paper fairly large because we are starting up at positive 6 and going all the way down to negative 8. Alright, so looking at the first one, so I'm going to graph my first one in blue, so I'm going to put a little blue dot right there. So down 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we are going up 2 over 2. And I'm going to make sure that I use a lot of dots when I'm doing this since we're trying to find an intersection. Okay. And we are connecting it into a solid line. And we are shading above because it's greater than. Okay, so I just put little marks there to remind myself what side I'm shading on. Okay, I'm also going to add a little 1 right here to remind myself, just in case, that was my first equation. Second one I'm going to graph in pink. Again, I'm going to put a little pink dot, and then this is my second one. So up 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this time we are going down 1 over 4. Okay, down 1 over. And again, solid line. And lessen, so we are shading below that. Again, I'm going to write a little 2 next to it. So especially if you're doing this in pencil, I would mark which equations are which. And then the last one I'm going to graph in green. So this is our third one, and I already wrote it in green. So we're going down to 8 again. And we are going down 15 over 4. So I'm going to actually do this one backwards. So let's go up 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4. And solid line. So again, 3 goes by this one, and we are shading above. So that's going to be on this side of it. And for my pink one, since it doesn't quite reach the green one, I'm going to add 1 more. So we would go up 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So that pink dot is right there as well. So we need to be below the pink one, to the left of the blue one, and to the right of the green one. So inside our triangle is all of our overlap. Now this question is also asking us to find the intersections. So when I'm looking at this one, this was an intersection. So that was at 0, 8. So that's going to be one of my answers. So I'm going to write my answers over here. So the first intersection is at 0, 8. And that was between lines 3 and 1. And then this one was also an intersection. So that one is at 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we went left 4, up 7. So let's see. So we said this one was between 1 and 3. And then this one was between 3 and 2. And then now I need to find my intersection between 1 and 2. So the blue and the pink right here. Now notice how this one didn't meet at a nice point. So that means that we're going to have to do a little bit of algebra. So either solve by substitution or elimination to find that. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite. So again, we're trying to find it between equations 1 and 2. I'm going to rewrite these, and when I rewrite them, I'm going to use an equal sign to make it easier. Okay, so we're just trying to find the intersection. So that means that we are solving the system of y equals 2x minus 8, and then y equals negative 1/4 x plus 6. So since they are both solved for y, we're going to use substitution. So I'm going to take this equation, and I'm going to substitute it into y. So that means that I would have negative 1/4 x plus 6 equal to 2x minus 8. So now we're trying to solve that. Now since we're solving, I don't really want to deal with my fraction, so I'm just going to multiply everything by 4 to get rid of my fraction. So that means that we would have negative x plus 24 equals 8x minus 32. So now I'm going to add my x to get it on the same side, and we're going to add 32 at the same time. So this will give us 56 and 9x, and then divide by 9. So we'd want to see if that's going to work out nicely. So we would take 56 divided by 9, but that doesn't work out nicely for us. So that means that we would want to see if we can find a number that divides into both, but we only can take 3 and 9 into this, and that doesn't divide into 56 nicely. So that means that our x has to be 56 over 9. So now we have to find y. So we're going to pick one of these equations, and it doesn't matter which one. So I think I'm going to choose, I'm going to choose the top one. Okay. So we would have y equals 2 times 56 over 9 minus 8. So I'm going to put 8 over 1, and that's going to need to have a common denominator with 9 to be able to combine. And then we would take 2 times 56, so that's going to be 112 over 9. And then if I make that a 9, that means that we're going to have to multiply 8 by 9, so 8 times 9 is 72. And then 112 minus 72 is going to be 40. So this means that we would have y equals 40 over 9. So that's going to be my coordinate. So we're going to have a really messy fraction for that. And in the real world, this happens a lot. So our last intersection is at 56 over 9, comma 40 over 9. So these 3 points, along with my shading, is the answer for this problem.